Question. Who like to be the speaker? Who like to be the timer? Halina, could you be the timer, please?
I can, but let me, I have to go upstairs first. Oh, I can be a timer. What's the timing?
So for the training, Jane Ding, 15 minutes on the agenda. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to welcome our first trainer of today's session. She is Toastmaster Jane Ding.
Wait. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube, so I'm just going to record this normally. How do I record normally? Record on this one. Good. Start. Okay.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to our interesting session tonight. The first training session will be presented by our Toastmaster Jane Ding. If you don't know who she is, she's a lady on your top right-hand side of the screen. Jane Ding is an accountant by profession, and she was previously very active in Toastmaster. However, she started a new path a year ago. Have a guess. A very glorifying path. I call it one of the paths that there is no reverse gear, it's only forward. What's that? Motherhood, right? If you are parents, you know, once you become parents, you are forever parents. There is no reverse gear in that, right? So that is the new journey she embarked on last year. And since then, we haven't seen her much, but now the baby is getting bigger, although demand more of attention, but she's still making more time now to come to our meeting. Hence, she is presenting her training session tonight. So tonight, she is going to share about stress management. So we're going to hear her out now. Her title is anyone? Is Finding Calm Amidst Chaos. Yes, finding calm amidst chaos. Toastmaster Jane Ding, over to you.
All right, thank you so much. Our president come also Toastmaster of the evening. Now allow me to share my screen. Share. All right. Let me put this aside. Finding calm amidst chaos. Now, as Selena mentioned just now, you roughly know a little bit about me. So let me have a brief talk about a little bit about me more, whereby we're related to today's training sessions about this stress management. So my name is Jane. I'm an entrepreneur. I have just started a humble accounting firm in a small town called Cebu. And yes, my work as an accountant, as a profession. And I have a recently turned 1-year-old boy. Yes, demand a lot of my attention. So throughout today's training or sharing more towards on this period of time where I experience high level of stress and how I manage this situation that I have entered. Okay, come. Now looking at this picture, of course, everyone will be very happy to see. I can see some of your faces already started to smile. Yeah, this is like so harmless face and then make people happy. Well, besides making people happy, eventually also make mother very tiring. Now, this is a journey that I actually entered with two preparations that in my head. First of all, is physical. I need to be physical healthy. in order to carry one baby, okay? And also mentally healthy. If I'm not mentally prepared, eventually I will easily get agitated, and I don't think I can handle another life being living in my belly and then coming out calling me mommy. So I have to get myself mentally prepared before I enter motherhood. So thank God for that. And after 1 year journey, let me share with you. He is born on 30th March last year, 2023, which is coincidentally same birthday date as me. So every year I have to celebrate with him. So yeah, we share the same birthday date. Yeah, a part of it. Now, during this period of time, this little one of mine, first time when I bring him to this world, I have the most enjoyable 1 month period because I'm staying in confinement, started to heal and then started to learn more about him. But after that, the next 4 to 5 months, I would say it is indeed very exhausting. Let me put this, go back. Okay. It is very exhausting. In terms of exhausting, how it is, let me illustrate it for you. So every 3 to 4 hours, I have to nurse him. If he managed to sleep throughout the night, that is the bonus. But unfortunately, I need to be awake also because engrossment, I need to pump up the breast milk. So I indeed every 3 to 4 hours, I need to be awake. And some nights, my baby wouldn't be able to sleep well, and eventually cause mommy don't sleep the entire night. So I'm like a bit zombie the next day. This period of time, especially at that quiet night, everyone is sleeping. I can't even heard the insect or any noises that come from the neighbors. If there's any noises or if the cat's playing with the dustbin, I can actually hear it. It is so quiet. It made me wonder, why am I waking at this hour? It is so weird at that point of time. How come a person can be so dedicated to actually be awake every 3 to 4 hours? If it's smoothly, if you can get enough rest after that, normally it's not that smooth. And that lead to I'm getting slimmer because I don't manage to get enough of rest, awake every 3 to 4 hours. And when I about to sleep, my baby started to get awake. So it led me to drop 6 kg. So getting smaller from after delivery, drop 6 kg. And that 4 months, what I said is very tiring because as I mentioned, I'm working as an accountant. After the honeymoon, which is the confinement period, April until July, that is the most peak period for an entrepreneur, which is right now that also for an accountant, sorry, for an accountant. So I have to work to catch up with my deadline. And that point of time, I have no idea why my baby sleep very late. He sleep about 12 in the midnight or sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. For 2 months, he slept like that. And when he slept, only then I can work. And I work until 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Only then I manage to sleep because there's too much things need to tie up at that point of time. So all this tiring, physically tired, mentally tired, all come at one time. But somehow it is weird is that I am not angry. I'm just know one thing, I'm like a robot. My routine is at that one confined room. Once I wake, that is when I started to work. And once baby awake, I need to tender him. So every day is like that. I don't see day and night. Eventually, once I wake, I'm in a room. So imagine yourself in a room. I'm eating, I bring the food up because I need to take care of the baby. Showering because got attached one bathroom there. And taking a baby at the same room, working at the same time. So everything in one place. Could you imagine that? It is very confined, it's very tiring at that time. but I couldn't complain more because time is catching up, rushing from behind, and I have no time to think, why am I like this? I have to work to catch my deadline. So after August, before August, in between of time, at one moment of time, I almost surrendered. I finally paused for a while, take a deep breath, and to ask myself what I can do to help myself at that point of time. Because my work is there, my baby need my attentions, and my body also need every 3 to 4 hours I have to pump out breast milk out. So everything comes at one time. It is very not able to be manageable for me that time or period of time. So I make a decision at that time. I told my mother-in-law that I need her help 4 to 5 hours to help me to take care of the baby. Not because I wanted to rest, but that 4 to 5 hours that quiet moment I can fully focus on working to get everything out. And second thing, I get help from a part-time accountant who is working as a freelance as well. Asking her to help me to analyze things, to compile everything so I can review and complete all the work. Once these two things is set up, I realized that my shoulder is not that heavy anymore. Every day still pass very robotic. I need to ensure everything go smoothly. But thankfully, it is all go well after that. Now, let me, oops, go too fast. What is stress? Stress is our bodies and mind reactions to everyday demands or threat. And this threat can come from internally and also externally. And what I have illustrated of my journey as a mother and at the same time need to catch up with my deadline as well. That is affecting mind and also our body. So it affects our physical health. Like I mentioned, my weight actually dropped about 6 kg, if I don't say that. Yeah, 6 kg. And I've actually slimmed down. After a month, that is after a month. But after a few months, people look at me and say, yeah, you slim so much. But eventually it's not few months, it's actually in a month, I slim so much. But after managed to get help, it is okay. From the appearance itself, I look terrible. My hair is losing. As those experienced motherhood, you understand that after reaching 4 to 5 months, hair loss drastically. So my front hair eventually, this is still growing, you see. This is still growing here. But previously here is like almost empty. So it's kind of worrying to see that situations, and my eye bag is like very terrible. So its tired look, it doesn't look healthy, even worse than zombie. And my mental health at that time of time, because I don't have enough rest and I'm really exhausted, I wouldn't say I'm easily agitated because at that time I have a baby. When I look at it, my tired is still there, but somehow my anger is not there, which is surprised and thankful for that. Mentally is also exhausted and lead to behavior changes. Now, behavior changes, yes, what we say is like our sleeping pattern change. Normally, I can actually just doze off in a minute of time. But after that, because a lot of things in my mind, eventually you can't sleep. And baby doesn't sleep after 1 o'clock. So I can't sleep also. The changes. And also, I used to be food lover. Once I see food, it's like, oh, resting time for me. And I enjoy it. And it's a moment that I can have a me time. But that period of time, eating is just surviving for my case to ensure that I can produce enough milk for my baby. So that is how stress can treat a person. And I see myself in that situations. It keeps me worried because I'm aware that I'm not in the right situations. But at that point, I cannot do anything because I need to get my work out. And my baby, I cannot throw to anybody at that point because still breastfeeding. So I only can take care of him myself. And thankfully, my mother-in-law helped out for 4 to 5 hours in a day during the weekdays. Weekends, my husband help out. So here, stress management. Let me share with you, there's many of stress management technique out there, but I would like to share with you 3 that I've used and which is beneficial for myself. And I hope it is also beneficial for all of you. Deep breath. So taking a deep breath, eventually it helps a lot. When you take a deep breath, it helps me to focus that and leave it at the present. So it doesn't need to be like at open air, even at your current situation. Take a deep breath. Nervousness, tiredness can go off a bit, but eventually it's still there. You'll feel the differences there. Take few deep breaths, the anxiety will go on a bit. And mindfulness. And now, mindfulness, people like to do yoga. As a mom, I don't have the luxuries of time nowadays. I can't go for yoga or exercises, nothing. But eventually I take an effort. I take my son for a walk in front of my house. So that is time where he started to explore the world outside. And I myself, a time to have a me time, focus, alertness at that moment of time, and time management. And that is moment where I started to prioritize which things I need to do first, which thing I really have to say and no, because I really don't have much time on my hand due to the commitment that I have, due to not just of the work, but also for the family that I have. So that is a choice. Time management, eventually you have a healthier life of choice. So these are the 3 methods that I would like to suggest to many. There are plenty more. You can use essential oil or how they would work. But this is the 3 that is easier to apply. Now, this is, yes, that is the baby look. This is his current look. My little one, his current face now look like this. Recently, last Saturday, just 1 year old, his face like this, look like a baby boss. And this is the walk that I'm bringing him around. Even a 5 to 10 minutes walk, it gives a refreshing air to my entire body, from brain to the body itself. So I would like to recap. Stress eventually is good. It can keep you motivated. But first, you need to be alert that you are stressful. Some people, at some point, not this age, when I was in uni, I don't think I'm in stress stage, but somehow I am. Due to the studies that I have at that time, I try to catch up. Very stressful, but I decline that I'm stressful. I don't acknowledge it. But we need to acknowledge stress, that we are stressed, and it affects our mental and physical and somehow how we react to situations. So we need to be alert of our personal health. And how do we actually help ourselves up? Deep breath. It helps you to focus that you are living at the present. Mindfulness. Be mindful. Go for a walk. Then you'll realize that, hey, you're not just overloaded with work or things that is just not happy. But once you have a walk, your personal time away from phone, just the wind, the air, the sceneries, eventually it helps a lot. And then lastly, time management. Prioritize. Choose a healthy life that brings more happiness in your life. So a mom days can be a chaotic day, but once there's a trigger button, it will cause explosions. But if we're emotional stable, eventually we know how to overcome it. Therefore, kindly use stress as a motivation and not going to be a trigger to pull you down. Last but not least, if you manage to, like for my case, if I manage to conquer these situations, when the similar situation coming up, I will be able to handle it with ease. So I do hope that everyone will manage your stress well and help you to go to another stage and still be happy at your current situations. That's all for my sharing today. Thank you. Back to Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayanti. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Jayanti. Yes, very, very relevant sharing. We all face stress every day. Remember, there are a whole host of methods we can use to de-stress ourselves. And Jane has mentioned 3 with us tonight: deep breath, mindfulness, time management. And as a mother, yes, it's very challenging when you start to change from a single to a mother. The whole process can be very daunting. Been there, done that. I still highly recommend that. So those of you who are yet the parents, not to worry, because time flies fast. Before you know it, they become adult. Before you know it, they will say, "Hi, Dad and Mom. Sorry, you have to make an appointment with me first." So enjoy when they are still relying on you. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would like to invite our evaluator, DTM Miranda Rumi, to come to the virtual stage to give her feedback on Jane's presentation. DTM Miranda, please.
Thank you, Sharlina. I concur with you. It was a very enjoyable training. I really enjoyed that, Jane. And the first thing that struck me was it was a cute presentation, or the slides. I like the slides. I like it was very fitting. And then you put the babies on there. Of course, it would be like, ooh, everybody would do that. So it's very heartwarming. And then I love your style. You are such a natural storyteller, you know, like, and by engaging with the camera, you look straight to our eyes and it feels like you're just right there in the living room with us. I love your style of speaking. I find it very easy to connect with and to enjoy. And you are an accomplished speaker in that way. I think very naturally as well. And you use many great words that I like that really bring us into your training. You say your description and then imagine. Could you imagine? And I love very much when you talk about the silence, the quietness, the crickets, and all of that, and your pondering and your reflection. So I really, really love many of elements of your speech. I was going to say that you hang on to the slide for too long, then, and as like this, I was enlarging your picture so that I can really see you. And then I realized, oh, everyone else probably only see the slides. And then you, a very small picture, if they didn't take the initiative to enlarge your picture, right? So I don't know, maybe if you're going to speak for a very long time, with the slide being static, I would just unshare for a moment and then get back into sharing again. So because you are a very engaging speaker, I would hate to think that people don't get to feel you as a presenter. And that would be my biggest thing. And then the second thing that I would say we can see as a growth opportunity is the time management. You spend a long time telling the experience and then coming to talk about the techniques, and then also about the relationship between stress and the impact. I would like to hear a little bit more on that. And then especially the management techniques. I think people were coming, you know, like if they come to see your title, that's what they would like to see, the stress management technique. And you do give a chock full of technique, of tips that I find very, very useful and very appropriate, and it would be very helpful for new mothers. You came as somebody who didn't seem to know much, and then you just get thrown into the deep water as a new mother and had to struggle, and then you discover you experience all these impacts from lack of sleep and a lot of the other things, and I'm amazed that you managed to stay very calm, and you, as you said, you didn't have the anger, because I would think that your love for your son was so big, and babies are amazing. You know, it's an awe-inspiring and wonder-inspiring, so that all the hardness and the hardship was compensated by just by the joy of seeing the baby. And having said that, I would, this is a very engaging presentation, very useful. And I think a lot of mothers would benefit, a lot of new mothers or mothers to be, especially for the first time, would benefit greatly from what you're sharing. I would, yeah, so there's that. And these are my suggestions, the opportunities that I see for what you're doing. You could present again and invite a group of mothers, or you can create a YouTube channel, something like that, and just tips about new mothers, because it's really, really useful. You know, like your arc, like the experience, you didn't know what to do, or you didn't know what to expect, and then suddenly you face the situation, and then you overcome it, you learn things, and then you find ways to overcome that, and then you start seeing the benefits, and you say it with such joy and such calm, and I think it would be very attractive for a lot of people. That would I would do. So the opportunity is, yeah, YouTube channel, and then what else? That's what I can come up to. I mean, you can, there's endless things that you could do. You could create an ebook, just a small one for new mothers. Start your YouTube channel. You know, post in Instagram, TikTok, and all of that. Okay, so that is from me. A great presentation, Jane. I'm really, really impressed and really enjoyed that. And I know this would help many people. So we still have some time now. I would like to ask, oh, my time is up. I didn't get a chance to ask somebody else for their input. I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah. All right. I think that is enough for me for now. And for the timer, maybe you can make it 3 minutes, and then we can go a little bit over time, and then maybe ask some of the audience to give input. And since we missed that, I would invite the audience to write your feedback or your suggestion in the chat for Jane. Thank you, Jane. Back to
Thank
you,
Miranda.
Lina.
Thank you. Thank you, DT and Miranda. Very constructive, effective evaluation and feedback. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, I agree, Miranda. Jane thing. I already have some idea. Octopus Mom as your title. If no one have taken that as our YouTube channel forever. And yes, I totally agree with Miranda. It will be such a helpful kind of foretaste for people who are mom to be or new mom, because no one can imagine, no father can imagine. Even they say they understand, they will never understand. They cannot comprehend, not husbands. So this will be really helpful. I am so grateful for that share, for this sharing to that tonight rather. And for that, I am really be reminded of my time when I was the first time as a mom. Oh my God. And now you actually bring back a lot of memories. This session will be really helpful. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Jane Ting. With that, ladies and gentlemen, instead of listening, we are going to move on to the next session, which is something to do with mental gymnastics. So with that mental gymnastic, I am going to invite our chair, Toastmaster, table topic master of tonight, Toastmaster Lorna. Lorna, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you very much. You can hear me clearly? So table topics, of course, we love volunteers to answer questions, but should I not get the volunteer, I will nominate someone to speak. We speak for about 2 minutes. And right, so the topic is related to what Jane has so eloquently explained to us. And I'm excited to ask these questions. So can I have someone who would like to answer question 1? Could I see a volunteer? Any
Bonnie,
volunteers?
go for it, Bonnie. I know you want it, Bonnie. Take it.
I think Bonnie missed the presentation, so
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
I missed the presentation. Yeah. Yeah, I
Luna,
did that.
I would suggest
Right.
just say the question first. This is what Eric taught us, so that everybody,
Okay.
and then you just choose.
Okay, he usually taught us the other way, but it's fine. So,
Yeah, we don't-
what are the 3 occupations and responsibilities Jane took on after March 2023? What are the 3 occupations and responsibilities that Jane took on? And 3 occupations. She's not an accountant. She's 2 other things. What are those 2 other things then that she took on from March the 30th, 2023? Which was her birthday as well.
Ooh.
Anybody remember? It was on the first slide.
I know the birthday. The birthday is 30th of March, the same as the baby's. But the
So the baby was the other responsibility, Miranda. Good. And there was
Okay.
another avenue another journey she started between last year and this year.
Entrepreneur.
Accountant.
Entrepreneurs, mom,
Entrepreneur.
and
That's good.
accountant.
That's correct. Thank you. Our second question. She mentioned that sleep deprivation did not make her angry. She was too tired to be angry. How did Jane take some of the weight off her shoulders and manage to get some proper sleep and be more productive?
To hire a freelance accountant.
Right, that was correct. And there was one more way in which she had to get support for something else.
Get the mother-in-law to help in for 5 hours.
That's right. Excellent. Excellent. So those are ways in which, maybe I will ask a question now related to what are the 3 stress releasing techniques Jane suggests to manage the chaos and to be more calm? What are the 3 stress releasing techniques she mentioned to manage this chaos? We're doing it every day. Sorry?
I only know 2. I think he's talk about deep breath, take a deep breath, and then times management.
Yes. Deep breathing. We have to do that anyway, but
Yeah, we can do that
breathing
together.
more consciously. Yeah, breathing more consciously. Something else?
You only
Those
said
2
2 more.
Time management.
Excellent. Time management. And the third one?
I
Mindful.
forgot. Yeah,
Mindful.
I think
Mindfulness. Yes, excellent. Now, I'd like to know, of these 3, can anyone mention one way in which you can learn from a presentation and also create more calm in your life? Can you mention one way in which you can take from a presentation and create opportunities for more calm? Because we're living in a chaotic world and it's not going to change. So how do we do it? How do you do it?
Practice deep breathing.
Practice
That's
deep
to help
breathing.
her.
Yes. Anything else? Okay, Elias is not able to chat with us.
Deep breathing. Walk. Sorry.
Take walks. Yes,
Walk with
that's
the
how
baby.
you do it, Miranda.
Yes.
How else do we do it? I sleep more when I get the chance. I take more sleep, especially I do have 2 smaller children around me. Even though they're not my children, they take up a lot of my time. So how else can we look after ourselves in this sort of chaotic world? Because we can't really pour from an empty jug, right? Or from an empty cup. We can't give to others. We can't be more productive. And Jane was trying to make a point around that. She had to put things in place. So how else do you do it? Maybe we can learn from more other people. Shalina? Anything you do to calm your chaotic world?
I just take it out on my husband. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I actually just learned to sit back and detach. Yeah,
Okay.
detach. Then give myself some me time. I do that a lot every day, almost every day. And before I re-engage myself.
That's very good. Right. I'm not sure what the time is. I can't see the amount of time that's left for our table topic.
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't know that I had to time the session, not the speakers. I thought I had to time the speakers, so apparently I had to time the session. So I will give you another. I will give you another 1 minute.
Okay.
No,
So
another 3 minutes.
it's fine. Okay. We know that stress can impact different areas. There are 3 areas that stress impacts. Jane mentioned it. Can anyone mention 2 areas that stress impacts in our lives?
Can you repeat the question?
The two areas where stress impacts us. I can give you one. Maybe it will help. It impacts us physically, right? Stress can impact us physically. How
Okay.
else can stress impact us? Miranda, you seem to have an answer.
Mentally, and I would say emotionally, but also behaviorally.
Right. So behaviorally and mentally and physically, we are affected by stress. So I think that yes, Shalina, and Miranda, the presentation by Jane brings home to us that stress, stress isn't bad. It's how you handle stress that's important, I think. And she has made that clear to us that you can handle it through these techniques and tools that she's mentioned. And I just want to say thank you, Jane. And I look forward to the next presentation by you. Thank you so much.
Ilana.
Thank you, our topic master, TM Lorna. And I love the way she present the session because it gets us all very excited. What's the question again? I want to answer. I know the answer. Yes, I want to go for it. And at some point, a few of us go together and say, da, 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 da. Yeah, this is the beauty of our meeting. There is no specific fixed way of doing things, but definitely we have a format and everyone is welcome to participate. And our table topic session, the question always hinge on the training session beforehand. So if you have not noticed, all the points that Lorna, our table topic master today, mentioned are all directly related from Jen Ding's presentation. And this is how we learn to remember and listen, most importantly. Because if we miss that opportunity on the session, then the answer, the question that posed later on could be a little bit tricky for us, right? But nevertheless, it was a great and fun session, wasn't it? Yes? Hey, come on. I am old, you guys are young. Please give me a bit of energy. Yeah. Woo. All right. So before we go for a bio break, could we quickly turn on our screen? We already turned on our screen. I'm sorry. And I like to see our timer's face because she's been very hardworking, conscientious, and playing the role as a timer the whole time. So now it's time for her to bring herself out to the screen so we can see her as well while I take the group photo.
Wait. I'm gonna send Elios our
You want to stop recording for a moment?
yeah, we could. Recording.
Thank you.